All right, sorry about that. Just a little, just probably needed to delete that. But yeah. Okay. Welcome back. Football recaps here, or Elijah, or Snake, if you like to call me, mainly Snake. But yeah, every week I will try to do a live stream on YouTube, possibly just trying to see if YouTube would be better for me than Twitch. And I'll try to do Madden. I'll try to do NCAA when it comes out next year, or I'll try to do I'll try to yeah, that. But every week I'll try to do a live stream of simulated game. This is gonna be week number 2 with the Carolina Panthers versus or on the road versus the Giants. Potentially the Carolina Panthers could be 1-0 against the Browns, or they could be 0-1, and then they could play against the Giants and see how that goes. So yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. If you are just tuning in, or are you watching the replay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do this every week. All right, so let me go ahead and mute the audio. All right, mute that. And then let me, because I don't want to get copyrighted with the game audio. So I have the game audio on mute. All right, so simulated game, exhibition type, even teams on, wait, what do you mean even teams? Even teams ensure any two teams are competitively by raising the player. Oh, nah, I'll be alright. 8 minutes length. Accelerate clock. I think it's on. Oh wait, no, off. Giants. What time is this game? ESPN. What time is this game? It's 1 o'clock. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock. And it's, guys, let's say overcast, possibly. Alright. Here we go. Alright.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. And it's
last week I had the audio up way too loud.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina.
I'll try to do that like periodically as well.
Giants. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6.
Hopefully this game won't be as too crazy as it was last time on Twitch. Live streaming this game. It was wild. It was going back and forth so many times.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got his... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
New York State committed to Daniel Jones for a 4th season, but also made this a decisive year by declining his 5th-year option.
Well, that's a great start for the Carolina Panthers.
He can be the franchise face for the Giants, and he does have a cadre of weapons that he'll need to top his career highs of 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns that he set as a rookie.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open book beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, Ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield.
Robbie Anderson making that catch is pretty unbelievable.
Pickup of 34 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the gut, Mccaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching him.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. McCaffrey on the counter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Not a bad drive. Not a bad drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jones. And that is incomplete.
See, like, I hate, like, when I watch this, like, when I watch the game, like, they make it, like, the quarterback so unrealistic when they throw. Like, they make these weird, crazy throws and just go all the way, like, they just, like, throw it way deep, and it's just, like, it makes no sense.
Jamie Gillen. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Mccaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
First down there by Terrace Marshall Jr., who was surprisingly sparingly used by Carolina's rookie season. They still see a starter that they took in the 2nd round, but they're certainly going to make him earn his reps in a deep receiver room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield now. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be.
That was a stupid pass.
They wondered, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin with a run by Barkley. Shifts by him. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing Jones. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately,
see,
not
look,
able to find any yardage on that.
How, like, why, like, Madden, fix the game. Like, this is so stupid. There's no reason or realistic way that a quarterback does that. I mean, it's so stupid. Like, the quarterback makes it like he looks behind himself, then throws it as he's looking that way, and throws it that way, like a Tim Tebow style.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
It just doesn't make any sense.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Second and 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
It's been a low-scoring game.
Out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
How is that realistic? I don't understand. Watch this replay if they show it.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes.
Look at this.
Guy,
That's so
stretch the
unrealistic.
field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
So far, not a bad
Now
quarter
after the
and
touchdown,
half for
here's
the Panthers, which
Gonzalez
is
on
promising.
to kick
You
it
know, it's a
away.
video game. But the
Fielded just
Giants, I don't
outside
know
the
about the
goal
Giants. Oh, dang.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
That's not good for Panthers. We know Marcus Haynes is an underrated player, so I should expect him to do well this year for the Panthers. I think the Panthers could start out 2-0, in my opinion. They got a tough stretch in the mid-late of the year, but you know how the Panthers are. They like to start out good,
Now
and then they'll just play
from the 23.
horrible in middle of the year. It always happens. They start out like 4-0, 3-1
Back
type
to
of deal, and
throw.
they just start to collapse.
Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that.
Oh, wow, so they're going for it. Uh-oh.
You have to tackle well if you want to be a good
Oh, wait, never mind, they're not.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now,
Oh, whoa.
they just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback
Heck
find
that.
you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. He's got Anderson on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to get it back.
This game is going to be like, it's going to be so bad.
We've seen a lot of mistakes.
Daniel Jones is terrible.
And another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Following the interception, Mayfield into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6. Now Jones. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this.
Surprised they haven't
It's
used
been a
that
difficult
timeout yet.
first half for
Oh,
them,
what?
to say the least.
I thought I took
And
off
I do
the
believe if they
accelerated
want
clock.
to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too
I thought
late.
they took
They
off
need to
the-
get going right here.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds.
Let me redo this real quick. Alright, go options, settings, game options. What does accelerated clock mean? Yeah, it's off, right? Oh, shoot. No wonder this game is lopsided. It's on freaking Rookie. Oh, boy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A first down carry for Barkley. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six. A Panther touchdown.
All right, I think if this game gets out of hand and if the Giants can't score, I may have to end the stream just because this game is over and I put it and it was on rookie. So I think that this was kind of unrealistic, but who knows? The Giants might be bad in real life, but I think that if the Panthers score again, I'll probably just end it there and just look at the stats because this game was getting out of hand.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Big Derek Brown making the stop. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Eluding the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his crew
what in the actual world was that? What?
We know he's got the speed to get downfield. Charles,
all right, if they score here, I'm ending the stream because the rookie, I need to put it on all Madden and try to be more realistic because this is just by far so this is awful, dude. Holy crap.
Quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Wait, is this on Facebook too? Why is this on
Good
Facebook?
starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The drive begins with a run by Mccaffrey. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Gets around him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown.
All right, so if the flag is on offense and if the Panthers score here, I'm just going to end the stream because this is already going to happen. This is so bad.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Mccaffrey running up the middle, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're doing a 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the 2nd half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Giants ready to come out now. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Uh-oh. Sterling Shepardson.
We've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
At least they'll make the score a little bit better. 34-10 if they do score. But, yeah, Daniel Jones has had an off day. It's been bad. Had, like, interceptions, fumbles. Though, credit the Panthers' defense did play, but has been playing better. And they are better than the Giants. I think that people just overlook the Panthers' defense because the offense has been bad. But, I mean, they got Gross Matos. They got Brian Burns. Derek Brown's hopefully played really well this year. You got Jeremy Chin.
Looking to throw.
Somewhat Dante Jackson. Oh my gosh. About to throw it again.
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But yeah, I think the defense will be J.C. Horn, C.J. Henderson, even though C.J. Henderson hasn't really shown much of anything lately. But that's C.J. Henderson, so who knows? I think the Panthers will do well.
Stadium. Here's a 2nd
Hopefully.
and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot.
Who's he throwing to?
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gano's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. First down, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbound.
It's been really much of a defensive game because, like, Daniel Jones has 2 interceptions and a fumble that pretty much allowed the Panthers to have a good field position, and then the Panthers have been contributing. So, I mean, shoot, defense played pretty good.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
When in reality, it's just a video game. But it is on rookie mode, so I wonder if that had a little bit of effect on it too. So next time I look before I start these games, I need to be on all Madden instead of rookie.
From the gun, Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. Have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
125 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 7-yard line.
Can't be 40. Oh boy, this game is brutal.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Probably just should run right here and just avoid a sack. Yep.
McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
All right, good. Just not blow them out.
Yeah. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. Here's Richie James on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Credit Corey Littleton blowing that play.
All right, this game is officially over.
Time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough. enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers
Please just end
have
this
a
game
first
already
down.
because holy crap.
Like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers,
I like how they like
all
the
want to do
defense
is
is
catch passes. So when
celebrating
they block on a
for
big-time
losing.
running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's get
Alrighty.
racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So this one is over.
Alrighty, so
for Carolina. And
next time I'll try to put it on all Madden just to try to make it more realistic. But it is simulated, and the Panthers were better than the Giants. But
offense
so
sells
yeah.
tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish.
I mean, look at that. That's awful
Tenacity.
for Daniel
Love the way
Jones.
they finished.
Woo! All right, let's go to the team stats and just read them off from the. Daniel Jones was not great today. All right, let me mute the game audio. All right. Alrighty. All right, cool. All right, so the final score of today's game, we have the Carolina Panthers winning by a whopping score of 37-6 against the New York Giants, and the Panthers move on to 2-0. But yes, the game settings was on rookie, so I don't know if that had a total effect on it. But the Panthers were better than the Giants, but still, I need to put it on all Madden. But it is simulative, so I think they have to. It goes by the stats and it goes by the record and the rankings and all that other stuff too. All right, so the team stats. Let's go ahead and go to the team stats. All right, so this is for. So the Giants' score was 6 and the Panthers was 37. Total on offense, the Giants had 172. Terrible. Panthers had 480. Rushing yards, the Carolina Panthers with Christian McCaffrey had 251 yards with the Panthers in total. Meanwhile, the Giants have 67. Passing yards, 229 to 105. First downs, Carolina Panthers had just 24 first downs compared to New York's with 6. Punt return yards, 0. Panthers 10. Kick return yards, 0 for the Panthers, but 148 yards towards the Giants. Total yards, which is 490 to 320 versus the Giants. Turnovers, Carolina Panthers got 2. Meanwhile, the Giants had 3 turnovers, and 2 of them were interceptions, and the other one was that fumble when Daniel Jones was doing something stupid by fake sliding, or he slid and then he got up and then he fumbled again, and that was bad. Third down conversions, 62%, 5 through 8, 22% with 2 for 9. Fourth downs, 0. 2-point conversions, 0. Red zone, 6 for 9, 66%. Meanwhile, the Giants, 0 with 2 field goals. Red zone touchdowns, 3. Red zone field goals, 3 for Panthers. Penalties, 3 for 30, 1 for 10. Possession time, Panthers 21 with 21 minutes with 27 seconds. 10 minutes and 33 seconds for the Giants. All right, so for player stats, we're going to go to the player stats. And I don't like how they did it this way. All right, so player stats, we got Baker Mayfield, had a really good game, 102.4 QBR rating with 21 for 26 completions to attempts, 243 yards, 80% completion rate, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And of course, Daniel Jones, 24.7, went 11 for 24, 110 yards, 45 completion rate, not good, 2 interceptions. And then for running, we have Christian McCaffrey, had a really good game. Went 216 rushing yards, averaged about 9.3 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, and had 5 broken tackles, and then 65 yards per contact, and then only had 2 20-plus yards, so not bad at all. Saquon Barkley went for 10 carries, 33 yards, averaged about 3.3 yards average, not great. Had 0 touchdowns, and then the rest is the rest. And then Daniel Jones had 2 carries, 34 yards. Baker Mayfield had 2 carries with 35 yards. And of course, and he had 1 fumble. For receivers, we have, I'm going to go through the list, but Robbie Anderson had 7 receptions, 117 yards. And the touchdown was Ian Thomas in the first half with 5 receptions, 35 yards, a 7 yards average. Saquon Barkley, and then I'll just go ahead and just list off the list. There. All right, and there's your receivers. And then the O-line, we got Taylor Moton with 1 pancake, John Valencio with 1 pancake, Austin Corvette, 1 pancake, Iquanu, 1 pancake and 1 sack allowed, Bozeman, and then more. Really? Okay. So, I mean, that's your offensive line and offensive summary. And then defense, we have Darnay Holmes. He had 5 tackles, or 7 tackles overall. And then Blake Martinez, 11 tackles. Corey Littleton, 7 tackles. Aziz Ajulari, I can't pronounce that. And then Corey Littleton had 1 interception. And then who was the other one that had 1 interception? All right, C.J. Henderson actually had the 1 interception in the second half as well. And then the rest, and there you have it with the tackles. All right, so, I mean, that's pretty much it for today's live stream. I'll think about trying to do more live streams on this YouTube channel since it's my main channel. I do football videos, which is prediction videos, and I talk about the Carolina Panthers, and I'll probably talk about more about the Florida Gators or the Georgia Bulldogs, and just talk about different teams as well. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think about what I should do next. And if you are stopping by on this YouTube channel, thank you. I do mainly do Twitch streams with just games, and I have my own gaming channel, which is Football Recaps Gaming. I used to be Elijah Insight, but I changed again because I'm just trying to filter out game names in general. So yeah, there you guys have it, and hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you do check by. Thanks for watching. Go, this Football Recaps here. Go Panthers, keep pounding, and see you guys later.